It's Friday, Cinco de Mayo, and I went to a good show last night. I have some observations about it. I saw the band Animals as leaders last night, along with Veil of Maya, and another band I missed. I missed the first band, Aluvatar or something like that. Animals as leaders. Really good musicians. Good show last night. The sound could have been better. They had a really good mix on the drums. Couldn't hear the guitars worth a shit, which is sad because that's why you're there. I was up close and therefore I could hear what was coming off the stage, which helped because they had the drum mix. Like, I like the Waiting Room. It's a good club in Omaha. But in my opinion, in general, clubs mix too bass heavy. They mix the bottom end too heavy. It's like, I know that they want the audience to feel and the kick and stuff, but I'm not the only one who noticed. Another guitar player I talked to last night was saying, well, I came to hear the guitars and I couldn't hear them. And he was right, you know. But I find this common at big shows anymore, where the bass is just too loud. And some of us musicians want to really hear the music. One of the last times I played at the Waiting Room, I requested that they lower the, bring the bass back, please. You know, I mean, it's like, all I hear is boom, you know. But the other thing that I get the disappointments out of the way first. My other disappointment was that the guys didn't come out. I wanted to meet Tosa Nabasi. I waited for almost an hour after the show. They never came out. And that was just too bad. You know, it's like I really wanted to talk to the guy, you know, and meet him. Was I happy with the performance? Yeah. Javier, Mike on drums, Tosin on... Those guys are really incredible. And watching Matt on drums he's almost superhuman. He would just get these flourishes of power where it's like, I can't believe what he's doing. And he would nail it each time. There's only a couple times where he just missed, you know, almost missed a beat, you know, because he does so much. And me being a drum lover, I noticed that stuff. But he was super tight. And that's why when he almost would miss, it was even more amazing just how tight he was. I do think that the guitar player Tosa Nabasi is doing some groundbreaking things with the tapping and the finger, his technique. I watched him closely, stood as close to him as I could, and just watched his technique as well as listening. It was great. It was great. The band right before them was Veil of Maya, and I enjoyed them, but I don't need the records. I wouldn't buy them, you know. It was a good show. Now, even though I don't play metal, as it were, and quite a bit of the audience were young and unknown to me, I still knew people there. On top of that, I do love this. I was recognized by people I have no idea who they are. I love the fact that they're kids, young people, recognizing me and saying, I love to watch you play bass. That's part of the, that's part of why we do it, is the feedback, you know. That's for, I'm making a generalization, but I think there's some truth to this. For a lot of artists and musicians, the direct feedback from people about what you do is one of the most important things, besides what it does for you inside of yourself. The payoff financially, I don't know. I may be generalizing, I may be wrong, but I think that's part of the difference between real artists and businessmen. All artists benefit from doing good business, but to do art regardless of business, I don't know. I always find that to be the best art in music, consistently through history. That's what I found. Another thing on my friend Jeff Decker. Do I have it here? Oh, I had the memorial in my pocket. I almost could show it. But to show the extraordinary reach of a local musician, as I said, my friend Jeff Decker, who passed away, he used to be in a Kiss tribute band, and he played Gene Simmons. Played him really well. Yesterday, on the day of the service for Jeff here in Omaha, Gene Simmons posted a picture showing the Rest in Peace Jeff sign that a couple of other well-known rock musicians have posted on Facebook, showing their love and recognition of Jeff Decker. That's the ultimate. However, I'll say this as a musician, this is the irony of it, which is all these accolades, people after the fact showing recognition of who Jeff really was while he was alive. Well, he's dead. He can't recognize none of this. No matter what anyone says to try to soften that blow, that's the truth of the matter. Jeff can't appreciate any of this. And he had love while he was alive. But it sure would have been nice if this could have happened while he was alive so he could see it. I harbor those feelings myself. I don't have an inflated sense of myself. I do know that I've done a lot of music and done a lot of stuff in town so that when I pass, somebody will notice. However they notice, I have no idea. I'll be gone. So that's why I've said in past videos here, when I encourage people to buy my records, listen to what I do, come to my shows, let me know what you think now, because David Bowie's gone, so all the accolades that he's still receiving, he's dead. Prince is dead. Ellen Holdsworth, they're gone, okay? So, show us the love now. I mean, while we're breathing, okay? You know, seriously, think about it, people. Think about it. You know, all the tributes, the person is dead. They're not in that body anymore. Whatever we think or believe about the afterlife, we don't know. But we know that he is not in that body anymore. So all the accolades and respect that we're showing, it's basically for each other, I suppose. Another album sitting out that I played recently all the way through that has just gotten better with time. Hatfield and the North came out in 1974. This is a 1978 Japanese pressing. English Canterbury band. The nest of musicians here grew out of the Canterbury School of Caravan, Egg, Soft Machine, Arzakil Khan, those great bands. This is it got better. When this album first came out, my response to it was patchy. The parts that I liked really well. The parts that I didn't like, I would skip over. As time's has gone past, the album stature and what they were attempting to do has grown, and so now I listen to it all the way through and marvel at their playing ability as well as writing ability. Hatfield and the North, I highly recommend this classic album by another band that will never see the light of day in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in America, but for my taste and for my personal history of music, these guys are highly deserving of that accolade. Highly deserving. Highly deserving, and I think that's the only other thing that I have to show you is something I pulled because I pulled it to pick a song to play on Roots of Electric Jazz yesterday, and I did. Sonny Fortune's Serengeti Minstrel. Sonny Fortune, jazz saxophonist. Is he from St. Louis, I think? Does it say on here? Anyway, this is a really good album. Jack DeJohnette on drums. I played the song Afro-Americans off of here. And it's a really wonderful, it almost feels like a tribute to black people. It's got a really positive feel to it. Really good album by Sonny Fortune, Serengeti Minstrel. That's mainly what I have that I have not. Well, oh no, I haven't shown these. Here's a couple more. I'm always looking to see, is there something in here I haven't shown you? A couple more. Okay. The other night, just for some reason, this hit me. to play Herbie Hancock's Death Wish soundtrack. It's a movie that I actually enjoyed when it came out. Saw it a couple times. Soundtrack really works. However, this as a soundtrack works so well that I don't need to watch the movie. I can see the movie in my head, and actually I can make up my own movie in my head to the soundtrack. Wonderful album by Herbie Hancock. Just fantastic. Oh, and the annotations part from YouTube is gone, where I used to put the titles down in the video. I can't do it anymore. Excuse me. I really hate how progress takes away little things from regular guys like me. That was a really useful tool, but apparently because only a small amount of people were using the annotations, it's gone. Anyway, another album I played all the way through, just wonderful. Stomu Yamashta's East Wind, Freedom is Frightening. The Japanese percussionist who was best known for his album Go with Steve Winwood and Al Di Meola. This is wonderful. Another Soft Machine connection. Hugh Hopper, the bass player from Wildflower Soft Machine, was on this band. Progressive and fusion mix. Wonderful album. Instrumental. Love it. Last thing I'll show is this by Hajime Tachibana. He was in the band The Plastics. Saxist, clothes designer, instrument builder. This is an 80s album called Miss Kipple, something like Mr. Techie and Miss Kipple. It's an early example where people kind of freaked out on sampling, especially James Brown's voice. So there are some really dated tracks on here where they make you cringe. But if you can make it to side 2, that's where, okay, now we're hearing the meat of the matter, where Yukihiro Takahashi of Yellow Magic Orchestra produces this and plays on this, and there are some very cool tracks on here. Reminds me of The Residents, interestingly, and the best parts of the album are reminiscent of The Residents. I'd spell the name for you, but I can't, so if I remember, I'll put in the comments section or the little box underneath the video where you can leave information. I'll make a list of what I showed today. Okay, okay, that's about, well, it's too late now but on Fridays I'm still on Adult Swim. My Old Music Friday segment on the Stupid Morning Bullshit Friday show. Streams every Friday. On Adult Swim, I'm still doing it. I'll be on today. Well, I'm probably on right now. It's 10:38 as I speak, so it's probably streaming now. Anyway, talk to you.